Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Okay, so we've only got a handful of missions left and we're going to go ahead and start going through the remainder. A couple of them are against the pirates, but at the moment we have access to the black market, so I'm not as concerned about our reputation with them right now. What I am concerned about is the money. So we're going to go ahead and focus all in on the sea bills today. We'll go ahead and we will accept this. A quick assassination mission should be fairly easy. So we're going to bring our Zeus along because I do like that fire support. What else do we want? Well, you know what, we should probably, let's bring along our Marauder 3R that is actively running. We'll also go ahead and bring, let's see, it's only 1.5 skulls. Let's bring maybe the Phoenix Hawk as well as the Vulcan. Yeah, I think we could make an alright argument for that. Either that or the Assassin. Okay, you know what? This has slightly more firepower, but its range is going to be far less easy to manage, whereas the heat efficiency is better on the Assassin. We get that intercept system as well for easy targeting of light mechs. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll bring that along. Alright, so let's bring... do we care about the Zeus having initiative? Honestly, I don't think it really does. Let's go ahead and throw that onto... Yeah, let's throw that over towards the Phoenix Hawk, so that's moving nice and quick. We'll do the same thing with the Assassin. Give us the heads up on some of the medium mechs. And then, yeah, we can bring the Zeus along. Do we want to switch out anything else? You know what? Maybe let's give Headhunter a break. Let's go ahead and bring Archangel. He's still got a little bit of skills to improve. In fact, yeah, we all have some to improve. So we'll go ahead and we will pick up with this. I think it should be a fairly decent composition. Okay, so our objective is to destroy the target and escape. We've been scouring LOA system for weeks, looking for a pirate who took something that didn't belong to them. Recent intelligence has revealed a possible location, but we can't possibly chase every lead with our thin resources. We need you to look into this, long shot. If you find the spy, destroy them. Okay, well, Commander, we'll get paid whether or not we find anything, so this could be a very profitable trip.
Command interface initiated.
That it may be, but we will find out. Okay, Commander, near the coordinates provided by us by Canopian Intel, we believe the target may be in this general region. Okay, and it looks like an Orion. Okay. If we find him, take him out, then evac. Fantastic. Well, that should be fairly alright for us to handle. We know that they're going to have some reinforcements, which should give us some bonus pay. Let's just start zipping down the road, and we will see if we can make the most of this
I'm going.
decent terrain, and see what we can find.
Affirmative, Commander.
Alright, and you know what? That assassin could be in a bit of danger. Let's just move that into the forest
Yes,
and pick
I'm
up a
there.
bit of cover, just on the off chance we find any sensor contacts. Alright, so we've still got our Zeus. Let's go... where do we go? You know, let's just follow the road. I suppose there's no downsides. We'll cover a fair bit of ground.
Detected.
We'll have some decent evasion for this first round or two. There's a 50-ton mech, a 30, a 25, and a 20. Oh, okay, so nice and light mech. Nothing really to worry about. Yeah, I'm guessing maybe, what is it? We could have a crab, a centurion, something along those lines, potentially a hunchback, but nothing really too dangerous for us to be dealing with. Alright, so let's get the Marauder up and heading towards the 55-tonner. Let's see, do we reckon they'll sprint? No, that'll have to be good enough. Our Phoenix Hawk, where can we go? Oh, we can make it all the way into cover? Okay, that is fantastic.
Acknowledge, Commander.
We'll see what we are dealing with, and we've got a nice defensive position. Oh, and would you believe it? A hunchback. Okay, so then that just leaves a javelin, a commando, and whatever that is. Let's bring our assassin all the way down here into cover. And yeah, then we can go ahead and start dealing with these guys on the next turn. Alright, so what do we have? We have light mech moving on in. No shots fired. That is
Skipper.
A-okay by me. Let's see. You know what? We could actually pick up a bit of resolve here if we get an early kill. Yeah, alright. Let's go ahead and we'll go for that. Let's see. The Javelin got 160 points of armor. The Commando has 160. 2 SRM-6s versus an SRM-6-4 and medium laser. Alright, so 40 and 20. Hang on a second. And 50 and 20. Okay, I guess we'll go for the Javelin. Sorry, we'll go for the Commando. It's got less structure overall. I guess we'll play the statistical chances, although realistically we might... Actually, you know what? Let's use our... Oh no, jump jets aren't going to quite get us the backstab.
Standing by.
Alright, let's move the... Oh, what do we do here? We probably don't want to get outflanked by the Commando. You know what? Our evasion's pretty solid. You know, let's go ahead and we'll give it a round. We should get the other turn again before the other. Yeah, but at least this could at least put us in a good position to mitigate incoming damage, increase our likelihood of being able to get a kill. I think that's how we do it. Yeah, and so far no damage has been done, which is the main thing. We can now quickly swing behind one of these guys and shoot them in the back.
Yup.
Let's see.
Yes, boss.
Let's bring that assassin. Let's go this way. Actually, you know what? That should be a pretty solid kill. Oh, wait a second. Let's pick up at least a little bit of evasion. We'll try not to show the Orion our back too much, so we'll move to the side. Yeah.
Moving to position.
Oh, okay. And he is going to have eyes on, so we do want to get rid of some of his spotting. Otherwise, we're going to have a little bit of trouble. Looks like there's a flea. Yeah, alright. Well, we'll kill the Commando first, and we'll see how everything plays out from here.
Firing all weapon.
Alright, well, not quite enough for the kill. That is disappointing. The Hunchback is taking cover.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Alright then. Well, if that's the case, let's go... do we just focus all in on the Commando? I think we will. Yeah, alright. Don't like this too much, but it is what it is. Looks like we almost clipped a leg, but not quite. Yeah, oh well.
Enemy eliminated.
Alright, first one is down. Oh, and of course, I forgot that Orion will have a slightly better initiative than I was thinking. I was thinking for some reason it would be on initiative 1, but of course it is not.
I'm your spaniel.
Alright, let's bring our Marauder forwards. I think we've got a decent salvo here for that Hunchback. I guess we'll go... I guess we'll keep a little bit of distance just to be safe. Actually, no, let's just move over here. That'll be fine.
Onward.
We'll go ahead and we'll focus in on that Hunchback. It does have decent cover, but at the same time too, armor is minimal. Let's just see what we can do with the 33% shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weapons. Surely 2 of them can hit.
Firing on target.
Alright, well, there goes the Hunchback.
Do the math, Chief. One less target.
Alright, and now that just leaves our Zeus in a pretty decent position. So, what I'm thinking we do here is, what do we aim for? Maybe we go for a bunch of mediums against the Javelin, and then we fire a whole heap of LRMs at the flea. Either that or, yeah, it's just 45 across the board otherwise. Yeah, I think we'll go there. That should be fine. Alright, initiative isn't going to be too much of an issue. We should be able to avoid that Orion fairly well. Oh, and of course, the terrain blocking the PPC shot. Of course, very, very good. Let's go ahead and... yeah, let's just do what damage we can. We'll go with the Oh, actually, it doesn't look like we have indirect fire here, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and move the lasers over there. We'll see what damage we can do, see if we can clip a leg. Should be alright.
Engaging multiple targets.
Alright, that flea's not particularly strong, so I'm not too concerned. And then... yeah, that javelin's also not looking too good. Alright, so let's see what they do in response. Yeah, fair enough. Coming in behind and going to shoot us in the back. That is...
Reporting.
yeah, that is
Critical hit.
somewhat of an expectation. We did lose... yeah, a little bit of structure, but again, this should be alright. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have been quite so aggressive in our movement up. We did know that it would get us line of sight. We probably should have just stayed in cover.
Ready to rock.
That is definitely my foolishness there. Let's bring... let's see, how's this javelin doing? You know what? Let's just go ahead and jump behind this thing. That way we can avoid any of its cover benefits. We can pretty much destroy it in one turn. It'll give us good evasion, and then we can clear up the other one fairly easily.
Engage target.
There we go. Alright.
I need a new target.
Many bigger mechs have died to that than such a small one, so I'm not really too concerned. Let's go... let's see, how's the flea doing? What's broken? The right leg? And the right torso. Okay, well, if that's the case, let's go ahead and go for a little bit of sneaky maneuvers. I think we try and maintain hiding from the Orion. Oh, we are actually going to hit the... that's a bit disappointing. This guy's still got to have his turn. Alright, you know what we might do? We might actually move our way back. We'll try and clip his leg on the way. Actually, he's going to have direct line of sight. It's going to be a little bit awkward. I guess we could move this far. That would give us some decent evasion. We'll have some obfuscation. Might clear out a leg. And again, if we get rid of the spotter, he could be relatively safe. And again, it's only our armor in the back that is busted up. Mind you, I'd rather him not target us if possible. Okay, so 52 resolve. Yeah, we'll be fine, I guess.
Got it.
Alright, so there goes the leg and a torso.
Solid connection on that one.
That's 2 hits. Alright, so his turn is next. Yep, he's taking shots, missed with that AC-10. Alright, well, you know what? We survived as much as we really needed to. Now is just a simple cleanup here. We can move... actually, can we get... how close can we get? We're close, but we can't quite get that kill. Let's see. You know what? Let's just reserve for a second. How does our Zeus look? I reckon maybe what we do here is we... can we move off to the side and hit that thing in the leg? That would... okay, we're not going to be able to quite get to where we want to go. Let's move along here. We'll fire a couple of shots at the flea, LRMs at the Orion. We'll try and take some of the heat. I think that would be ideal. So that's that. Let's drop off that one here. Let's add you as B. The flea only needs 21 points. Either that or a leg. So 1, 2... yeah, so that would be a kill. That should knock him out. That should be a kill. That should be a kill. So 1, 2, 3. You know what? Let's make sure that 2 lasers are targeted. And we'll drop off that to make sure we don't overheat. The rest can go ahead and start knocking the Orion over. Yeah.
Engaging multiple
Target
targets.
damage. Concentrate your fire and bring it down.
Alright, so that should be fairly easy. There we go. Right torso, right arm, and the center.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, and now we can just mosey on forwards. Do we go ahead for multiple shots? I feel like the answer should be a yes.
I'm walking here.
If we can kill the meat and save the metal, we may as well do what we can. Let's go for that headshot. You never know.
before it escapes.
Alright, so he's retreating, but he's not got much
Confirmed.
armor left. Let's go ahead and see if our Marauder can deal with
Waiting for my
this.
opening.
Oh, actually, no, his initiative has also been decreased. Let's go ahead and reserve one more turn.
I got you. What are your orders, Skipper?
Where were we?
Waiting for orders.
There we are. Alright, let's move up. We can now finish off with a full salvo. Heat is not even an issue since we've cooled.
Locked and loaded.
And the fellow survives. Okay, well,
Ready to rock.
that is not ideal. We will go ahead and I guess we'll put some shots into that AC-10 ammo if possible. Yeah, that center torso is also pretty beaten up. Alright then, well, Phoenix Hawk, we're a little bit toasty, but I guess that'll have to do. Let's go. Oh, we're not going to have a better position than wherever is available, so let's just go ahead and move. We're not going to go for the jump jets just yet. We might use that on the next turn to catch up and shoot him in the back if he tries to flee.
Affirmative.
Oh, and a headshot. Well, that will speed things up.
Tango is
Okay, well, all targets eliminated. Sit tight and be collected from where you are
Mission
now.
successful.
Alright, so a little bit foolish on my end there. We probably shouldn't have taken damage to our assassin, but it is what it is. We did get a nice pay increase. 700,000 C-bills isn't bad. I guess, oh, and that intercept system. Good thing is, we can fix that up nice and easily. Nothing too bad there. Got part of a hunchback, an AC-20 and a medium laser. Yeah, not much in the way of mech tonnage there, but you know what? It's, again, the money that counts. I would much rather the money go to where we can spend it on something specific than miscellaneous goods. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick up another mission. It would be kind of silly not to. We will check in on our MechWarriors and see that...
live to serve.
yeah, no, we're still going to save our
Commander.
XP for now. Cosmo, do we go for an extra health point? Well, if you get wounded, it could be a bit annoying. Yeah, okay, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll confirm that. We'll just make you a little bit more robust.
Confirmed.
As for Hawk, still nothing available, and oh, we can pick up one of these other ones. So, do we want one extra for our indirect fire penalty reduction, or would we prefer an extra hit point? Well, the simple answer is hit points. So, let's go ahead and jump on into one more contract. We'll see what we can do here. We'll clean out the mercenaries. It's going to be a battle. Honestly, I'm not really concerned. We're here for the money, so that's what we will do. Our reputation with the pirates isn't going to be too heavily beaten up by this, but again, there's some good stuff in the store, so that's what I care about. Alright, so since that is the case, let's go ahead and continue to bring our Phoenix Hawk. I think we'll bring that along, but for now, I'm kind of a little bit annoyed at some of, well, I guess it's kind of my own decision making and losing out on a bit of structure and having to pay repair bills. We're going to go ahead and bring the Atlas. I think that's, yeah, it's never going to be a sad day when you bring one of those out. Let's go ahead and bring the, yeah, let's go ahead and throw Archangel into there because of the coolant. And then, well, let's see, let's bring a Hawk. We'll throw him into the Marauder. That should be fine. Yeah, we'll speed things up a little bit and see what damage we can do to the opposing lance. Hopefully this time we will not take any unnecessary damage, and I will yeah, make better positioning choices on the battlefield. Okay, so for this one we're going to go in and destroy some enemy units. We're currently trying to engage in long-term operations in the system, which runs counter to pirate interests. They've hired a well-regarded mercenary outfit to engage the Magistry of Canopus operatives on the planet's surface, and the mercenaries have sent a single well-armed lance. Would like you to counter that lance by intercepting and destroying it. Alright, well, I don't like fighting other mercenaries, but that's the nature of business. Yes, it is. The best thing is, we're going to win and we're the ones getting paid. So, we're facing professionals. We should expect well-armed and disciplined opposition. We've picked up comm signals from this region, so that's where you should start looking. keep them off balance, and be careful, Commander. Alright, well, let's march on forwards, and, well, I think we're going to rain on their parade. We'll swing around over here just to avoid
Moving to
any of the
position.
movement penalties. Our Zeus, honestly, it does not matter, so we will go ahead and pick cover. What do we see down there? A 45-tonner in the river? Wait, is that a river? A lake? Okay, it's a lake. That's fine. We'll go ahead and bring our Marauder. Let's see. I'm thinking maybe over in this direction. Let's go ahead and move on up.
I'm rolling.
And then our Phoenix Hawk, let's also bring into cover and see if we can get some more contacts. Okay, so it looks like they're actually off to the left, not the right. There's a 55, 50, and 45-ton mech. We're going to go ahead and bring them to us. We've got some solid evasion. Yes, we might take a few stray shots here and there, but otherwise I think we will be good. Let's see what they can bring.
Waiting for the shot.
Alright, so the best thing is we do have some high ground advantage, which is rather nice.
Confirmed.
Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and reserve down to initiative 1, and that way we can move our entire group as we see fit. So, let's get our Atlas to sprint into position. Take the high ground, see whatever that 45-ton mech is. I think that's not a bad plan. Let's move up. Alright, and they have a Vindicator. Alright then. Not a bad mech, but I think we'll be okay. Our Zeus can now get shots on target, theoretically. Our Marauder is slightly out of position yet. What do we do? I'm thinking, if we're not going to have a line of sight, maybe we just go ahead and sprint up here. I'd love to get into that cover, but I don't think that's going to be possible.
All right.
Yeah, we hadn't have swung quite so far around, we would have been fine, but, you know, it is what it is. We couldn't have known.
Yes, Commander.
And then we can bring our Phoenix Hawk forwards, see what those two are. We could also go ahead and... We've got some decent covered positions. Let's move over here. We'll get eyes on everybody, and we'll see what we're dealing with. We'll have some options. Alright, so there's a Griffin, a Trebuchet, and a Vindicator. Alright, so let's see. AC-5, PPC, and SRM-2. Yeah, that could be worth taking out. And then what's this? LRM-5, large, and 2 mediums. Alright, I think our money's actually on the Trebuchet right now. Let's go ahead and target this fellow. And we'll see if we can get rid of him. He's got some pretty heavy hitting weapons considering, and his heat efficiency should be alright as well. So, let's go ahead and I guess we'll move up and we'll fire some LRMs.
Engaging target.
Alright. Hit him hard now.
Alright, so how did that go for us? The Trebuchet is looking a little bit weaker. That AC-5 is in danger. Same for... what's over there? The SRM-2 and ammunition in the arm. Okay. Well, let's see. Cosmo, technically you could take some shots. I reckon... Ooh, if we go with jump jets... Oh no, we can't quite get behind these fellows. That would have been diabolical if we could have done that so early on. But I guess that's not going to be the case. What do we do? Do we just leave the Trebuchet for now? Maybe take a bit of damage? I don't know. I feel like letting them move forwards might give us the kill on the next turn. So you know what? I think it's something I'm willing to risk for a turn. Yeah, that Trebuchet is moving on up. Missing us quite spectacularly, which is fine by me. Alright, so... That Griffin, or the large and 2 mediums, again, not a huge concern. I guess the Vindicator is probably the next dangerous one after the Trebuchet. Let's see what we could do here, though. We could go for a full salvo. Yeah, and I think that's the way that we do this. Now, they do have a ton of damage reduction, but we got a lot of shots. We could theoretically do a heap of damage. And you know what? Just for safety's sake, this guy does have jump jets. Let's just move into cover. We'll stay facing forward.
I got you.
That way he can't try and reach our back arc. Alright, let's go ahead and go for that headshot. Good odds. We'll just see what we do. Alright, so there was a head hit. Obviously not enough to kill. We kind of expected that. Oh, and a Kintaro. Hello. There was another. Alright, so how did we do? We took out a fair bit of his armor. Yeah. One more of those would have been nice, but unfortunately it just is what it is.
How's it going?
Yeah, let's see, the Phoenix Hawk. Maybe... You know what, I don't want to risk getting shot by that Griffin. Let's go ahead and reserve for a second. We'll see what it does. Alright, some damage, but again, nothing too severe.
Careful. You don't want to scratch the paint.
Alright, so what we're going to do, I reckon we go ahead and jump behind the Griffin and we try and kill that thing. It's got no cover bonuses. The Trebuchet, we're within minimum range, more or less, so only that SRM2 is going to be accurate.
Good to go.
I think this is the way that we do this. So we're going to jump behind this guy. We'll shoot him in the back. Yeah, 80s, 90s, I think that's solid. Let's go ahead and get that
Firing
to work.
Roger that.
Alright, and we have some... Oh, well, actually, we should still have a turn
Scored a
on the
critical
next
hit.
round. Yeah, so I'm not as bothered by that. Alright, and there is Vindicator taking his shot at the Atlas. No dangers
Hey, wait
there.
your command.
Let's just check in on that Griffin. Yeah, we'll easily get the kill on the next round with our Phoenix Hawk. That is fine by me. Let's see. What do we do with the Zeus? Well, we could possibly go ahead and take some shots here. Fire everything at the Trebuchet and the LRMs at the Vindicator. I think that's a fair turn. Yeah, as I said, I'm not really concerned about whatever that Griffin's going to do, because we'll kill it with our Phoenix Hawk quite swiftly. So let's go multi-target, LRMs and direct fire.
Engaging multiple targets.
Alright, so say goodbye to a fair bit of armor there. And then over here, how did we do? We destroyed an arm.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Alright, well, no ammo explosion. That could have been nice, but it is what it is. But that leaves him in a pretty bad spot. As for our Atlas, do we even bother move? That is the question. We could follow up with the Vindicator, knock that thing down. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe we do knock that thing down. Yeah, we send a snub shot over here, and then maybe the rest against the Trebuchet and make sure that that thing doesn't get a turn. Yeah, that way this thing will have reduced initiative on the next round. Yeah, you know what? I think we're actually just going to stay put. That'll be perfectly fine. We'll send most of that here at the Trebuchet. Over here, we'll send the snub PPC. That'll be enough stability damage for sure. Yeah, and then who knows? We might even get the kill over here. That should be good.
Confirmed.
Alright, so very solid damage there. There's that snub
Ooh, that hit
PPC
something
hitting.
good.
Alright, and down you fall. Thank you kindly. Alright, we're setting ourselves up very nicely for the next turn. Okay, so let's just check in on that Trebuchet. That thing is down to melee. Okay,
Receiving
noted. Let's see, do we just shoot this thing in the back once more? It is a legitimate strategy, although, you know what, that thing could try and melee us. Let's see, if we were to sprint, can we... Oh, we can technically get there. You know what, let's just use our jump jets. That'll give us a little bit of evasion. We still get all of our shots, but we make it harder for that Trebuchet. And again, it's not like we don't have the maneuver to make this work. We'll just go ahead and, well...
Roger. Alright, folks, let's
We'll
get
do some
this done.
significant damage. Alright. Who's up next? Oh, the Trebuchet coming in for a melee. Very close to hitting our back.
Internal structure damaged.
Actually, how did it hit us? No, that was rear center torso? That showed us being hit from the left-hand side. Yeah, that is peculiar.
Yep.
Alright, well, it is what it is. Yeah, odds over there are absolutely abysmal. Let's move. You know, let's just protect ourselves for now. Let's just spin over here. We'll take shots at the Vindicator. It's a free kill, more or less. That'll be fine. Yeah, that'll do.
Enemy eliminated.
Alright, and then I guess our Atlas will take a finishing shot at the Trebuchet. Yeah, good thing we took some cover there. Yeah, that is very annoying.
Ready for orders.
Alright, let's deal with this hooligan. We've got plenty of damage. Let's see. Yes, both people in our forward arc.
Acknowledged.
How are you doing? What have you got? You've got a decent amount of... and what are our shots over here? We've got 70 with the AC5. Maybe we just send the AC5 and a snub over here just to soften up the Kintaro? Yeah, and then the rest will just guarantee that that Trebuchet dies. Yeah, there we go. That'll be good enough. Everything else, yeah, this thing does not get to survive after what that thing just did to us.
Multiple enemies locked in.
Alright, there we go. Sensors impaired. I guess we missed with the AC5. That's fine. Let's bring our Zeus around, and I guess we cool off with some LRMs. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and drop all of those 60 and 65s. That's really not worth it to us. And... do we want to speed things up? Nah, we'll be all good. Let's go ahead and just take the shot.
Engaging target.
Alright, back to our turn. Let's go ahead and... you know, we'll save the Phoenix Hawk for a second. We'll let them move closer. That'll just give us better, more optimal firing brackets. Alright. Let's keep on moving.
Confirmed.
Let's see. You know what? There's some decent shots there.
Standing by.
But what we're going to do is... You know, let's see if we can cut down some of the evasion here. That'll be fine. Let's go... No, let's go with a precision strike. We'll aim for the face just because we can.
Engaging.
I'm not really too concerned, but again, it's just that debuff to his evasiveness, and then that brings us up to some very solid shots. Let's go ahead and finish him off. Let's go precision strike. Off we go. Okay, and you know what? He wants to live. That is irritating.
They will be done.
Fine. I guess we must do what we must do. Now, technically speaking, we could come on in for a melee. The Kintaro does not have jump jets. Alright, so I guess we can move only so far. That would make us rather toasty, but that's not my concern. Let's just go ahead and... actually, can he work his way around us? Possibly. You know what? That's fine. We'll go ahead and we will maintain a safe distance. Actually, you know what? Maybe a safe distance is where we are already standing. Alright, let's just vent our coolant. We'll take our shot. And, oh, actually, you know what? No. Ah, wait, too late. We cannot move over to the Zeus. I was about to say we should fire our LRMs first, but I guess not. Alright, let's just precision strike this thing and make sure that we can go home.
Acknowledge. Take that.
Alright, well, he's not feeling very good. Very heavily beaten up, barely alive. I guess we'll take the final shot and take the kill.
Engaging target. Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, well, good work, Commander. I have signaled our employees that their operations are safe for now.
Mission successful.
My goodness, I do not know how they managed to melee us in our back. They were on our right side for our Marauder. I really don't know how they managed to pull that one off. Although, admittedly, it is very negligible damage, which is at least something. Alright, so there's another 700,000 C-bills. We did lose, how much? 9 points of structure. It's not the be-all and end-all, but we'll have to fix that up. We did pick up a trebuchet, which is nice. Nice to get some tonnage from this one. And then, well, here comes the question. Is it worth repairing? Or is it minimal enough that it's not even going to take a day for us to repair our, that Marauder? Because again, I do know that if it pops up and says 0 days, you can just basically let it go and it will automatically, as long as it's at the top of the list, it'll automatically just be finished. You don't actually have to wait the day.
Is cleared for fighting.
Alright, so you know what? We'll chuck the Locust into storage for now. We'll go ahead and double check that mech bay. We do have a good sum of money, thanks to all of our hard work there. Let's see how much this will cost to repair. Oh, to take us a full day. Alright, never mind. We'll just make do with what we've got. It'll be fine. Alright, so now comes the final question. Do we pick up the final contract here? This is an assassinate mission. It's in the desert. It's 2.5 skulls. I'm thinking it might be a bit of a longer episode, unfortunately. So, you know what we'll do? In preparation, let's go ahead and boost up our... do we go for gunnery? Yeah, let's boost up our gunnery skill there for Archangel. That'll be okay.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And then think we'll focus in on our piloting. As for Cosmo, you're alright.
Orders?
Hawk can... Let's see, recoil penalty, that's not a big concern. Although, technically speaking, the Marauder does have some recoil penalties with those autocannons. Yeah, look, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll pick that up for now. That'll be fine.
Training complete.
Alright, and then that should be everything. Okay, so we'll come back with our final contract in the next one, and then we can go to the store and see what kind of money we have to burn and what kind of mechs we can pick up. So if you don't want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.